Okay, excellent. All right, so we shall start our chair yoga. So this week we're going to look at the power of our warrior pose. And when yoga was first developed thousands of years ago, there were only maybe 15, 20 poses that were practiced over a long period of time, and then more got added on over time. But the majority of the poses that many yoga practitioners are familiar with only were developed in the 20th century. But a lot of the poses that are in yoga have stories behind them. The way they were developed was from the legends, from Hindu mythology. And so that's true of the warrior poses. They were among the originals. And so the story, the legend behind it, I'm giving you the very brief abridged version, was that Lord Shiva, who is one of the three gods in the Trinity, Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, and Shiva was grief-stricken and angry over the loss of his wife. She committed suicide, but he blamed it on her father, because it was something that transpired between them. And so he was so angry, so incredibly angry, that he had only hatred in his heart. The hatred turned to revenge, and he decided he was going to kill her father. So he called upon his warrior. So he took a lock of hair from his head, he threw it to the ground, and up from the earth came Warrior One. And then he charged his warrior to set his sights on his target, so Warrior Two came into being. And then the warrior charged into battle, Warrior Three. The end of the story is that after he got his revenge, he realized he solved nothing. He wanted his wife back. And in the end, he realized he had the power to bring her back. So he brought her back. He brought her father back. He was giving us a lesson in the power we have within ourselves. We should look there first before going outside, asking other people to solve our problems, or just letting our anger become insatiable that it turns to vengeance. And to look inside ourselves for all of our answers. So that is the story of the warriors. So we're going to work on our warriors from our chairs today. Okay? So let's begin, though, with getting some of the kinks out, right, of our bodies. So sit up nice and straight, no slouching in your chair, sitting up with your shoulders over your hips. Look forward. Send your left ear to your left shoulder. Feel that stretch on the right side of your neck and breathe into it. Deep inhale, slow exhale. Deep inhale, slow exhale. Once more, inhale and exhale. Bring your head to neutral. Send your right ear to your right shoulder, opposite side. Feel the stretch on the left side of your neck and breathe into it. Deep, deep breath and slow exhale, allowing your breath to help control your body. Inhale and exhale into the side of your neck. Once more. Deep inhale and then let it go. Let that stretch go. Let it go. Bring your head to neutral. Turn to look over your left shoulder. Bring your chin to your chest. Trace a line across your neck and up to the other side. Inhale, then exhale across your chest. Inhale when you get to the other side. We're going to do that twice more. Inhale, exhale, draw that necklace across your neck. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and bring your head back to neutral. Send your shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. Now go the other direction. Shake them out. Shake them out. Send your arms out in front of you, straight out in front of you with your palms facing down. Bring one hand to the opposite shoulder, the other hand to the opposite shoulder. And then maybe give yourself a little tighter hug so your elbows come a little bit closer together. You're going to inhale your elbows up to the sky. You're going to exhale your elbows down towards the earth. You're going to inhale to neutral. You're going to exhale, send your elbows to the left. Come back through center on an exhale. Twist in the opposite direction. Inhale back to center. Release your arms. You're going to stop here for a moment with your hands on your thighs, your back nice and straight and tall, crown of your head reaching upward. And breathe in deeply and allow your exhale to slow down and calm down your entire body. Inhale deeply and exhale. Let it go. Good. You're going to swing your left arm around the back of the chair. Bring your right hand to your left knee and turn to look over your left shoulder. When you breathe in, think about lengthening your spine, crown of your head reaching up, your ribs moving north of your pelvis. And when you completely empty of breath, see if you have a little extra room to twist a little bit more. Maybe, maybe not. Release your arms, come back to center. Let's do that twist on the other side. So just remember, left hand, right knee. Wrap your arm around the chair. If that's uncomfortable, then just let it hang alongside your body. Look over your right shoulder. Same thing here. Your inhales make you taller. Your exhales send you on a twist. In yoga, the significance of turning around and looking over your shoulder is a glimpse at the past. And you realize that there's nothing there that you want. Maybe a lesson or two. But what you really want is to twist back to the present. This is the only time that matters. Come to center. You're going to come up onto the balls of your feet and bring your heels back down. Come up on the balls of your feet and bring your heels down. A couple more times, as slow or as quickly as you like. Slow is always better. but sometimes it's fun to go faster. And then bring your heels all the way back down. Now come onto your heels. Step your feet away a little bit so you're on your heels now. And then bring your feet back down. Come up on the balls of your foot. Flatten your foot. Then bring your toes up. Flatten. Heels up. Heels down. Toes up. Toes down. Do that again. Toes up. Toes down, heels up, heels down, toes up, toes down. Bring your feet back underneath your knees. So you're going to bring your arms alongside the chair. And you're going to come up onto the ball of your right foot to lift your right buttock away, or left foot, depending on which side you're starting on, and then go to the other side. So you're lifting one hip, and then the other, and then the other, and you help it by coming on to the ball of your foot, giving it a little bit more height. And then come back down to sit. And you're going to move yourself away from the chair. Or you could come to the side of the chair. Your hands on your thighs. And you're going to curl your spine so that your heart is moving forward, your shoulders back behind you. You're making the letter C with your spine for a dog spine. You're going to exhale and curl in the opposite direction, sending your heart back behind you, the back of your heart reaching to the back. Inhale forward. Keep doing this at your own pace. Remember, slower gives you time to follow the journey of your body as you change shape. Sending it forward, sending it back. Notice your body. Notice the changes. Notice where you have resistance and what is so easy. And then come back to sit in the neutral spine. Okay. Right. So let's look again at working on a forward fold. We're going to look at a forward fold as, again, by again I meant of working on our legs. So we're going to come forward. So spread your legs a little bit apart from each other. Toes are still pointed forward. Knees track over toes. You're going to inhale and you're going to exhale, bend your elbows and come forward. You're going to inhale and you're going to exhale. You're going to drop your arms by the side so that maybe you can come down a little bit more. You're going to inhale and then exhale, and then you're just going to fold over your legs, hanging over your legs as far as you comfortably can go, like a rag doll. Hang over. Shake your head, yes. Shake it, no. Yes, no. And then very slowly, very gently unfold, making sure your head is always the last body part to straighten out so that we don't get dizzy. Okay. So I think it's time to start looking at our warriors, right? I think we're warmed up enough. So we're going to start with a very simple version. So come a little to the front of your seat, move your feet forward. And remember that Warrior One was born of the earth, so send your arms back behind you, as far back as you can, and you're going to lift the warrior up from the earth and come up overhead, a little bit of a back bend here, your upper back bend. Bring your hands into a prayer. And bring that prayer down to your heart. Every warrior says a prayer before battle. Release your hands. Send your arms out to the side, your palms facing the floor. You're going to inhale, and on exhale, you're going to look over your left arm. You're going to look over your middle finger. That's like, think of this as a telescope. You're sizing up. You're sizing up your challenge. You're coming up with your strategy. But in yoga, we only have peaceful fights. So your right hand comes down, your left comes up, your palm is facing away in a mudra of peace and welcoming for a peaceful warrior. And bring that down. Bring your arms back up for warrior two again. This time you're looking over your right hand, opposite direction, because there are challenges in every direction and we need to be prepared for them, to come up with our strategy. You're going to bring your left hand down, peaceful warrior, look up at your hand, and then bring it down. All right. Right. So we're going to go to the next step with our warriors. They're going to get a little bit more challenging as we move on. So come to turn to the side of your chair and come to put most of your thigh on that chair. And your outside leg is going to have your knee pointing to the earth and your toes are pointed under. If it's more comfortable to have your toes that way, then either way is good. All right? So you've got your left buttock and your whole left thigh. Your left knee is over your ankle and your toes are pointed away. You're going to take a deep breath, and up from the earth is going to come your warrior one. Feel the power of your inner warrior. Bring your hands together, look up at your prayer. Bring your prayer to your heart. Warrior one. Virabhadrasana one. And we're going to turn to the other side. So just swivel around. Yeah. And once again, your knee can be flat. If this is completely uncomfortable, you found it to be uncomfortable, you can set your leg out to the side instead. So here we go on this side. So you can also hold the back of your chair if it helps you with your warrior one to feel more stable. Inhale. Warrior one, feel your heart coming forward, feel a bit of a back bend. Come to prayer. Look up at your prayer. Bring your prayer to your heart. Take hold of the chair, bring your leg back, swivel back around to front of your chair. All right. So warrior two. Okay. So we're going to swivel again to the opposite side. And once again, you're going to do just like you did with warrior one. You're going to have your left thigh on the chair. And this time, you're going to send your back leg out straight. So it's going out to the side. You can leave it like that. If that's uncomfortable, then bend your knee. Whatever works for you. So this more closely mimics a true warrior two. So how do we have a warrior two, however? Because in warrior, you're going to have to take hold of your shoulders, and you're going to have to twist from the waist and come square with my shoulders, with the screen. Send your arms out to the side. Look over the arm that's going in the same direction as your bent knee for warrior two. Virabhadrasana 2. Vira means hero. Bhadra means friend. Asana means pose. So Virabhadra is the warrior. And notice the word friend is in there. It's your inner warrior. Bring your hand down. You can take hold of the chair. Peaceful warrior. Look up at your peace sign. Bring it down. Let's do that on the other side. Just take your time. Come to center first. And then swivel. So in warrior one, we were like this. In warrior two, we're going to try and straighten that leg. Again, bend if you need to. At any time, make whatever adjustments your body instructs you to make. Now you have to square your shoulders off, right? Warrior one, you were looking in that direction. Now your shoulders are square with mine, but your gaze is still over your right arm. You're looking over that middle finger. You're sizing up all the conditions, what you need to do. Bring your back arm down, your left, your whatever it is for you. This one, up. For a peaceful warrior, bring your arm back down and swivel to the front of the mat. So warrior three from the chair will be a little different, but we'll do one standing. But what we can do is come into a upper body warrior two. So open your legs a little bit, so set your knees a little bit apart, your arms overhead, your palms facing each other. You're going to take a deep inhale, and on an exhale, you're going to come forward as far as you can. It may be only this much. But whatever it is, it's moving in the direction you need it to go to charge in to your battle. The wider your legs are apart, the easier it may be to come down in between them. Release your arms, let your arms dangle, let your head dangle, and just rest for a moment. Just breathe. And slowly, as you bring your legs together, unfold. Okay. Right. Good. All right, so I think what we're going to do now is our standing warriors, yeah? So come to stand. So we're going to start using the back of our chair. So come to turn your chair however you need to so that you are at the back. I'm going to push this a little here so I have more room, right? Right. So warrior one is pretty easy. With warrior one, you're actually going to face the back of your chair. And you're going to think about a mountain pose first. So in mountain pose, you're standing with your heels over under your hips, your ankles under your hips, your shoulders over your hips. So a nice straight long line Crown of your head reaching to the heavens, your feet are firmly planted into the earth. Let your shoulders come forward, up, back, and down, and let them fall down by your side, just like a mountain. If you wish to hold on to the chair, then do so. Yeah, you're still a mountain. From mountain, you'll separate your feet very, very slightly. You're going to come on to the ball of your right foot. And you're going to step your right foot back. You're holding on to the chair to help you do that. You're going to look down at your feet, making sure your feet are in line with the legs of your chair, so that your feet, the width from between one foot and the others, is reasonably wide, like your feet are in their own lane, in their own track. You might want to step your front foot up a little bit more. You might want to step the back foot back. The important thing is that your back foot is flat on the mat. It'll be at a slight angle. You want to make sure your hips are facing the chair back. Your knee is tracking over the middle toes, and your knee doesn't go past your ankle. So heel toe your foot away if you need to walk it away. Your back leg is nice and straight. So your warrior two may not be so wide. It might be only here, and that's okay. You bring it wherever you can, and every time you do this, you go a little bit farther away, and you will, and it will be automatic. So you'll hold on to the chair. So I have my left leg forward, so I'm going to hold on to the chair with my left hand, using my right arm to sweep the warrior up from the earth to come into being, warrior one. Keep this hand on the chair. If you feel you have great balance, bring your prayer together overhead. Otherwise, just keep your fingers pointing to the heavens, same as a prayer. And bring your prayer to your heart. Bring your hands to the back of the chair, step forward. Okay, we'll do that on the other side. So you're going to come onto the ball of your left foot and step it back as far as is comfortable for you. Your foot, back foot, needs to be flat on the mat. It's your support. Both your legs are supporting you here. Weight-bearing pose, very important. Knee tracking over middle of your toes. Back leg is straight. So if this is impossible, maybe you'll come here. So good. We really, that's exactly where I was when you lost me, I think. So you still have the back of the chair here, all right? So open your legs nice and wide. Send your left toes to point underneath your chair. You're going to bend your knee. And lucky the chair doesn't allow you to go too far with your ankle, right? With your knee over your ankle. This back leg is nice and straight. Toes are pointing outward. Your heel might be at a slight angle. Your shoulders are square with mine. You're going to send one arm straight out, and maybe the other. If you need to hold on to the chair, then you'll do that. If not, you know it's always here for you. And it's okay. You're going to look, nevertheless, in the direction of your bent knee. If your arm is up, you're looking over your middle finger. If it's not, you're just looking straight in that direction to size up your challenge once again. And this time, you're going to bring your back hand down and send your front arm up for Peaceful Warrior. Once again, this chair is always here for you if you need it. You're going to swivel your feet so that they're pointing away from you and go in the opposite direction. So now your right toes are pointing away from you. Your hand is on the chair. You are looking over your middle finger for Warrior 2, sizing up the challenge. Bring your back hand, leave it actually on the chair, and check it out, Peaceful Warrior. Bring your hand down, point your toes forward, and heel toe your feet together. Bring your feet together, great. Okay, so our final warrior, Warrior 3. Okay, so Warrior 3, we will do from using the chair. So you have to step a bit back from the chair. And you're going to bend, come into an L shape, bring your hands to the back of the chair, and keep walking back. The reason you're going to keep walking back is you want the top of your L to include your arms. Your ears are between your arms. So your feet are under your hips. Making sure I'm still on camera. Okay, good. All right. So what you're going to do now from here, so you can just stay here. You can shift your weight to your left foot and lift your back leg as much as you comfortably can. It could be here. It could be just here. It could be all the way up. It never goes above your hip level, your toes pointing to the earth. Bring your foot down. Stand up for a moment. Notice how far away you are from your chair. Notice how you've been floating. And one of the things we do in Warrior 3 is use your core to help you sustain that position in air away from the mat so that you're lifting yourself away. All right, so here we go again. Arms overhead. Bend, hinge at your hip creases, not at your waist, not at your belly. You want to hinge at your hips. Reach for the chair. Bring your head between your legs. And your opposite leg, I don't even remember which one I had up, comes up. And again, it comes as high as you wish. And then bring it down. Okay. So now that I have your voice, tell me what worked for you, what didn't in that Warrior 3. Were you able to maintain it? Do every day. A little stretch, okay? So we're going to come to Shavasana. So you're going to come to Shavasana, which is the best way for you. I like to use in chair yoga, I like to use a blanket and hug it and hang over. But you might just want to just be comfortable in your chair. It's up to you. You could put the blanket behind your chair and just ease into it. It's nice and comfy as well. So whatever works for you. And allow yourself to relax. You deserve it. You created all of these warriors today, these fierce warriors. And also, Shavasana is meant to allow your body to reset. All your joints, all your muscles that we've been working, allowing them to reset, allowing all the energy that you've generated to assimilate, to become part of your body, so that you could use as you move forward in your day. Om Namah Shivaya. I surrender to transformation and welcome the changes that will lead me to who I am. So begin to emerge from Shavasana. Wiggle your hands, your feet. Send your chin to your chest. And as you lift your head and bring it to neutral, you'll open your eyes. And bring your hands together at your heart. And let's make this pledge to ourselves that we will work and embrace our grief. We will never allow anger to turn to hatred.